Good morning from the heart of the Ardennes forest. This is Spa-Francorchamps, a terrific circuit medical team that treated him with success, and they'd like to thank the GP2 family for their support. We, of course, send our best wishes to Daniel as well. Jordan King talked in the summer break about in Belgium. We have 4, now 5 lights. When they go up, we'll be underway at Spa-Francorchamps. Decent start for Baton. Decent, and he's dropped down actually straight up into second place goes Rossi. So it's a Racing Engineering 1-2 as the field begin to filter through. Canamassas trying to go the long way round into La Source, and immediately Rossi is challenging his teammate. King knows it and goes defensive, looking in his mirrors, giving his teammate the squeeze as they go for the first time through Eau Rouge. Will anyone get wide onto the painted curbs? Yes, Peak was definitely wide there. And Malia had the same issue. The Racing Engineering boys will be racing into Les Combes. Very close indeed. Baton coming under pressure. But for the lead, it's King having to hold off his teammate. And he's going to go wide. That's going to give Rossi surely the race lead on the exit. He will take the lead as we had a Russian time off.
To Jordan into Eau Rouge to keep it flat on the first lap.
On board with Van Dorn. Immediately past Markelov. That's Mitch Evans in front. He's passed him round the outside. Brave tactic given what we saw yesterday, and that is how just simply had it all done by the time he got to turn number 1. This was the move for the lead between Alexander Rossi and Jordan King. King going slightly deep into the turn, getting on the AstroTurf, spitting him out wide, and that has given Rossi the lead.
Yeah, Rossi did well there.
Best of opening laps. And Van Dorn really beginning to put the pressure on Leal. Strong exit speed out of Eau Rouge. No DRS at this stage.
Slipstream as well of Berton. So Van Dorn's done as good a first lap really as he could have hoped for from 8th on the grid. He's up to 5th, and now he's got Leal and Berton in front, who he knows he's quicker than. But he's got to try and clear them as quick as possible, because if they can't keep up with the 2 Racing Engineerings out front, he's going to lose a lot of time in these early laps.
Markelov managed to get past Sergei Sorokin there. He is up into 7th position.
Between the 2 cars. But now Rossi has the lead, and it's almost 1 second to King.
So now with the use of DRS, Leal defends, but he'll know that Van Dorn has the superior speed, and through goes the Belgian driver.
Corners. There we go. Evans going to get the DRS flap open.
Down the Kemmel Straight, one of the great sights in motorsport, this. Leal driving on his mirrors, knowing that Evans is going to have the speed, and he doesn't even have to take his any sort of different line as he makes them.
Not been up the front too often this year. We've got Roland on the outside of Gasly.
So round the outside from Oliver Roland. We saw some bold moves when he made his first start in Silverstone. Gasly going to wheel with Budapest, but he came roaring back yesterday. Got a bit of luck, but he's got a lot of speed coming out of Radion. He's going to be tucked in, he's going to get the DRS, and this surely is just a matter of time. Leal really not able to compete with those at the front, and that is he's completed that move a long way before the corner.
That's just the nature of the track, really. There's such a long straight and a good deal.
So again, into Les Combes. Everyone's favourite overtaking position at the moment as Galal heads off the racetrack over the curbs. Didn't fancy going with the hometown hero. You see on that last lap, he took an enormous chunk of time out of the man in front. That's Leal dropping again down the order. Sorokin now up into 7th position as Van Dorn begins to put the pressure on Baton in front of him. Canamassas now looking at Carlin. This was Sorokin running in the points once again. Just going clean past him on the racing line. And Leal, despite his defenses, what you want, and you can see how much momentum that has lost him. Canamassas scarpering up the road, and Canamassas now with a chance to go past Leal, who is dropping all the way down, and now he drops out of the points. A disastrous race for him so far, but Canamassas, surely this time it's going to be a position gain for Alex Lynn. So Van Dorn, maybe in tyre conservation mode, but he's going to have to get out of that now, as we see Lynn making a move on Leal, done before Les Combes. But Evans really close. Junior coming under pressure. Let's ride on board for the analysis of 2014 GP2 champion Jolyon Palmer.
Well, there's not much to say
No,
there.
I was going to say.
DRS open, layout.
So is Evans going to be able to make a move? He's not. Baton continuing in third place. There is not much at all between the top five. They are running in a very close gaggle. You can see all top five cars in your picture there. And it's Evan who's really putting the pressure on Van Dorn.
And this is the...
So Lynn trying to get past Canamassas, who always puts up a highly robust defense. And once again, we see that from the Spanish driver. Weaving to the inside. Lynn with the use of DRS. They touch wheels. And Lynn maybe expecting 16 in Formula One. There's a lot at stake for the first two, but there's a lot at stake for these two as well. But Evans really close to Van Dorn, but Van Dorn slightly further away from Baton. And now with the use of DRS, Baton out of range of the cars in front. Can he sweep around the outside? Is he going to be given room? He is not quite the entrance of the corner he needs, but he's completed the move, and he is up to third place in this race, and now he can begin, if he's got the pace, to ease to the front. Baton having to defend from Mitch Evans. This now for fourth position. Evans all over the back of him.
Yeah, Van Dorn wasn't actually super quick through the first sector, but the closing speed with Baton, look at the closing speed though he's got, it's absolutely huge. And then deep on the brakes as well, has a big lock-up, he's on the limit there. But Baton gives him the space and he's managed to make it around the outside.
The mechanics pumped up. They believe they can win this race. This is Leo going backwards again. Sad to say for him, both Campos now past him. But Arta Peak taking the best, just knocked them out of contention completely. They were the worst affected by tyre deg.
They were, and King still with DRS, Baton has not, and Evans has got that open. That's going to be a drive-by pass, I'm sure, here, inside or outside. Goes for the outside, and look, he's through easily before the braking zone for the corner. So Evans up to fourth, and now that's going to keep the pressure on Van Dorn and the Racing Engineerings as well.
Oh, we've got a car off. It's Arta Peak in the gravel. There aren't many gravel traps around this circuit. I think that is near Stavolo, isn't it?
Yes. He's lost it on the exit.
So let's see how this has happened again. Is he going to drop it on the curb?
Hey,
we just
like
caught the
he
exit.
was backwards by the time we saw him there, so he must have just lost it, had a spin halfway around the corner and ended up there. It's
so a virtual safety car to freeze the race order. Playing a game on the radio. But now, this is crucial. This has caught so many drivers out so far this year. Right, now we're back underway immediately. Who's going to react to it? Rossi certainly has. That gap is enormous. The GP2 drivers do get the message on their steering wheel. Oh, huge lock-up for Van Dorn. Van Dorn, the man in third place. That won't do his victory chances any good at all. It's going to leave him susceptible to Mitch Evans, who dropped back. And there you see the penalty Evans has paid for not reacting correctly to the restart of this race. If he had been within the second he was before, he would have surely passed Van Dorn there.
Yeah, he'd have been up into third by now.
And so Sorokin and Markelov battling it out on track. Sorokin taking the fight to the Russian, well, both of the Russian drivers there fighting side by side. Sorokin with a better exit at this stage, and he's passed him immediately. So into Eau Rouge. Very close indeed, Markelov. Look how close he is. Tucked underneath the gearbox. There's nothing between them as they head down onto the Kemmel Straight. No DRS at this stage, remember. We have just come out of virtual safety car conditions, and what a thrilling move for Artem Markelov to retake that sixth position.
Yeah, that was great.
Here we go, back to the battle under virtual safety car conditions between Marcello and Stanaway. And wow, a slingshot straight away. Marcello, of course, who spun after the virtual safety car restart in Barcelona, alive to the restart there, and Van Dorn with huge flat spots. Not what he needed at this stage.
Yeah, that's just the effect of the virtual safety car has, and when you're going so slowly, you just cannot keep the temperature in the tyres. Roland there's just pulling off with mechanical, so maybe he's going to try and limp it back to the pits, but that's his race. Let's see if he can have a big run at Van Dorn, who's clearly looking in his mirrors a lot down into Les Combes.
He is really feeling the pressure, and Evans jinks to the inside. Oh, thinks about it, but Van Dorn had the confidence under the brakes. Markelov in the background has got past Berton for fifth position. So Markelov slicing his way through the field. We're so used to seeing such great moves from him. He's using to meet on the racetrack as we see how Markelov made the move on Berton.
It's going to be a mirror image of so many today. Just DRS open and through before the braking zone. So easy there for Markelov. Berton on the exit of La Source. He's just got to stay close to Eau Rouge and he's going to have a great run at the top of the hill.
Lynn and Canamassas side by side. The rear is looking a little bit for Canamassas as he came into La Source, and that's going to give the opportunity with a little bit of front wing damage there for Canamassas. Lynn really defending as we go back to the move for third place. Can Evans deny Van Dorn? But Van Dorn has gone defensive on the Kemmel Straight. Evans has gone around the outside, and Evans has the position. He is up into third place, so that lock-up costing Van Dorn not only a chance of winning, but a spot on the podium. A disaster victory, but for a 1-2 in the sprint race here. Alexander Rossi has been in the mix so many times this year for victory. He's finally going to do it. Alexander Rossi crosses the line to win in Belgium. It's his first win since 2013. King is on the podium for the first time. Evans will complete the podium in third, and Van Dorn will be fourth. Then we have Markelov with a strong weekend, third and fifth. Sorokin over the line.
And Berton clearly struggling.
Here's your order after 18 laps of Spa-Francorchamps. Alex Rossi at last at the top of a race classification. He led Jordan King in a 1-2 for Racing Engineering, then Mitch Evans on the podium, only his second podium of the season. Van Dorn with a victory yesterday and fourth today. Then Markelov backing up that podium with fifth place in this race. Sorokin taking sixth on the line from Berton, who scores more points for Lazarus. Lynn was the last point scorer in eighth.